ABC Sports presents high school basketball. Tonight's game is brought to you by Patriots Buckeye Mutual Insurance, Doan Ford, WB Green Insurance, West 40 Auto Sales, and State Farm Sue Snowed.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is time for some high school basketball on KC 105. Tonight, it's all about Noble County. Yes, the Shenandoah Zeps are traveling to Caldwell, where they pay the Redskins a visit. I'm Bill Kassler. Joining me tonight, Mike Palaziak. And Mike, these two teams, a lot different from last year. I mean, a lot of changes, and they're still trying to sort some things out.
It is. It's so early in the year, and it's kind of strange that this rivalry game is being played this early in the season. Usually this is a game that takes place over Christmas break, and then the second one's usually late January or early February, but it's just the second game of the season, for the Skins, and just the fourth for the Zeps. So they're still, like you said, having been in that situation myself for years, they're still trying to find their way. Of course, Caldwell lost their two big scorers from last year, Tice DeVauld and B.D. Lori. So some of these guys are going to step up and assume different roles this year. And the same thing for the Zeps. They lost a lot of scoring from last year, and they're still both teams are trying to find themselves. And it's like I said, it's kind of weird that we're playing this big a game this early in the season.
Well, I was talking to Coach Clint Crane before the game, and we were talking about starters, and then I said, well, who's going to come off the bench? He said, maybe 4 to 7 guys. And indicator to me that he's still kicking the tires on some of his players. He's checking out what they can do, where they're going to fit, where their roles are. So, of course, Caldwell, they had an extended football season, so they basically kind of put off the start of the basketball season. They'd have a couple games under their belt by now, but they've only got one, and it was not a good performance at Fort Fry, who, of course, has an outstanding program. These Zeps hosted the Cadets just the other day. They actually gave Fort Fry a pretty good basketball game.
And again, it's hard to use comparative scores, especially this early in the season. That game was played at Shenandoah, which we all know is a very difficult place to play. And the Caldwell game was at Fort Fry, which is also a very difficult place to play. So we're going to see. I got a feeling that the Redskins are going to be better tonight than they were a week ago. They've had one more week to practice, and some of these football kids have had a chance to get that out of their system a little bit more. So I think we're in for, a really competitive game here tonight at the
no doubt about it. And of course, Coach Crane, he's had a little bit of film now to look at, and so he's starting to see what his players do, in a pressure situation, varsity basketball.
Exactly. Talking to him a week ago, he's very excited. He's got some kids here that just love the game of basketball. And I think they put a lot of time in the summer. And eventually they're going to be a pretty good basketball team. It's going to take them a while to get there. And he is excited about his depth. He said he's never had this many kids he felt confident in bringing off the bench. And like you said, it's going to take a while for him to get that rotation to where he feels comfortable with it.
And these teams definitely have different skill sets. Of course, the Redskins, a lot more height on their basketball team. Now, we saw the Zeps as they beat Frontier, and they've got a lot of good guards, so some good skill people handling the basketball. So they're very quick, they're very good defensively, and they move the ball pretty well. I
think that's going to be the key to this basketball game tonight. The Redskins definitely have a decided height advantage. I mean, they start, almost all their kids are 6'2", 6'3", 6'4", all the way around the board, where the Zeps only have one starter that's above 6'3", being Weston Miley. But they have a lot of quickness. Like you said, we saw them play Frontier a week ago, and I was extremely impressed with the way their guards played. And that's what Caldwell's going to have to be able to do tonight, is handle that three-quarter court, half-court pressure that the Zeps will put on them.
And throw all that in with the fact that, of course, as we've said, this is the cross-county rivalry game, and there's no more intense rivalry, I don't think, in southeastern Ohio than the Redskins and the Zeps.
Exactly. We tried to find a parking place coming in here tonight, and both of us had to basically end up parking downtown.
And I saw most of the JV game, and you saw, I think, all of it. So, yeah.
Yeah, we were here early, but not early enough, obviously.
All right, it's a packed gymnasium. It's the Redskins. It's the Zeps. Looks like it's going to be a good one tonight. We're going to take a break. We'll be back with more high school basketball on KC 105 right after this.
I was sitting in my car and it wouldn't start. I lifted the hood and the engine was falling apart. What would I do? My eyes filled with tears. Then on the radio I heard of West 40 by Pay here, where for a little money down and a little each week, I could have a car, nice, shiny, and sleek. So I walked in the door and I put the money down. Now I got a nice car that I can drive around. West 40 by Pay here will help rebuild your credit. The corner of Dewey and Route 40 in Cambridge, don't you forget it.
West 40 Auto Sales, corner of Route 40 and Dewey Avenue in Cambridge, is home of the guaranteed credit approval, with most loans approved while you wait. Go to their website to fill out an online loan application, west40autosales.com. You'll also find their weekly special listed there.
Last minute shopping? Ulta Beauty has everything I need for everyone on my list. Ready to gift fragrance kits from YSL and Valentino, and the hottest gift sets from MAC, Tarte, and Lancome. Plus, everyone loves an Ulta Beauty gift card. Shop last-minute gifts that will bring joy to everyone on your list. Hurry in store or place your online pickup order today. Ulta Beauty, the possibilities are beautiful.
When my daughter gets a cold, I have a secret weapon. DayQuil Kids Berry from Vicks. DayQuil Kids is specially formulated to treat kids' most bothersome cold and cough symptoms quickly. And the best part is that DayQuil Kids Berry tastes really great. Aren't you supposed to be resting? Maybe.
DayQuil Kids Berry. The kids' berrylicious daytime congestion, coughing, stuffy head, stuffy nose, just for kids medicine. Safe for kids 6 years plus.
East Central Ohio's favorite, Kickin' Country, KC 105. WWKC, Caldwell, Cambridge. Kickin' Country, KC 105.
And we're back, Caldwell High School, where tonight the Shenandoah Zeps pay a visit to the Redskins. Bill Castler, Mike Palaziak with you here. And Mike, as we get ready for the opening tip, these games, one thing you can talk about, having played in games like this, when it's your rival, it means a little bit more. And then I'm looking for both teams to be a little tight as we get underway here.
I think so, too. And what else? I look across the floor, and I see local flavor with the officials tonight also. We've got Lucas Hutchison, Timmy Gibson, and Jeff Jurls. Cambridge area officials, rather than send people from the Ohio Valley that don't understand this rivalry, you got three guys here that do, and they may call it a little bit differently than somebody out of Wheeling would.
Yeah, you know what? I remember when Luke was a Bobcat. I watched him play, so yeah, tells you how long I've been around. All right, getting ready now for the national anthem. So with that, we're going to take a quick break. We'll step out as we honor America here at Caldwell High School. Back with more right after this.
Most of us are faced with uncertainty every day. Your job, your finances, sporting events, schooling for your children, and so much more. With so much uncertainty surrounding you, there's one auto dealership that you can be certain about, and that's Doan Ford. You can be certain that you'll always get a great deal and the best service afterwards. In business for nearly 60 years has given Doan Ford the reputation of being a strong, reliable dealership. Be certain. Choose Doan Ford. Online at DoanFord.com. Now located at 16050 McConnellsville Road in Caldwell, Ohio, Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance Company is a mutual insurance company established in 1896 for the purpose of providing insurance coverage to rural Ohio. They offer a product to meet your insurance need, whether it's for a farm, rental dwelling, home in town, secondary or seasonal dwelling, churches, or mobile home. They partner with Grinnell Mutual Insurance Company from Iowa to offer liability coverage to package with their Patrons Buckeye Mutual policy. Call today, 740-305-5121, and follow them on Facebook at Patrons Buckeye. Everyone's looking for an encouraging sign in today's economy. The fact is, you'll find one right here in Caldwell at State Farm Sue Snowd's office. Because State Farm agents like Sue have been here helping people protect the things that matter most. That's why more people trust State Farm, and they consider that a very good sign. See State Farm agent Sue Snowd at 400 East Street, Caldwell. Sue Snowd State Farm is a proud supporter of high school sports.
How can you select from insurance companies offering you lizards or ducks? When it comes to protection for your home and auto, you want a company that provides quality insurance products and personalized, fair, friendly claims service. WB Green Insurance represents Westfield Insurance. Their reputation is based on sharing knowledge and building trust. Westfield has been around the neighborhood over 150 years. WB Green Insurance welcomes the opportunity to quote your home, car, and business insurance. Don't be fooled by lizards and ducks. Call 439-1329.
I'm not buying till I checked on Ford.
Most of us are faced with uncertainty every day. Your job, your finances, sporting events, schooling for your children, and so much more. With so much uncertainty surrounding you, there's one auto dealership that you can be certain about, and that's Doan Ford. You can be certain that you'll always get a great deal and the best service afterwards. In business for nearly 60 years has given Doan Ford the reputation of being a strong, reliable dealership. Be certain. Choose Doan Ford. Online at doanford.com.
And we're back. Caldwell High School getting ready now for the introduction of the starting lineups. Mike, I neglected to check with Coach Chad Miley before the game on his starters, but we saw them a game just a couple games ago. I'm not thinking it changed too much from last time.
No, I kind of doubt it. The kids they brought off the bench, they filled those roles really well, so I look for the same 5 starters we saw over there last Tuesday night.
And we're looking at the bench now. Think we're on it.
You know, building something else I noticed on these lineups, there are only 3 seniors that are starting total between the 2 lineups tonight.
Yeah, not many. In fact, I was looking at the Caldwell roster. They've only got 1 senior on the roster. It'd be Dylan Wheeler. Zeps have 3.
There's 3, yes.
Oh, yeah, 3. That's it, 3. Oh, wait a minute, excuse me, 4. I missed Weston Miley, excuse me. And starting tonight for the Zeps, don't want to jump the gun on it, but we're looking for number 1, Jarrett Wentworth. Junior guard, he's a good shooter. Number 3, Cale Bond, he's a senior. And I'll tell you what, he's a defensive terror, is he not?
He shut down the leading scorer for Frontier last week. In fact, we ended up giving him the player of the game because of the defensive effort.
Yeah, scored 12 points, but had a great game defensively, and he was all over it. Also starting for the Zeps, number 10, junior Karsten Smith. He's the leading scorer usually, an excellent ball handler and a very good passer as well. Also starting for Shenandoah, number 23, Weston Miley. He's a senior, about 6'3", and he's the post player, and he's a good one.
He is, and they're going to rely on him an awful lot tonight because he's going to have his hands full down inside because the Redskins have an awful lot of height advantage tonight, and Miley's going to have to be at top of his game.
No doubt about that. Starting tonight for the Redskins, looking for number 1, Dylan Wheeler, number 5, Carter Wielden, number 23, Dylan Schott, number 24, Ethan Kroc, and number 10, Alex Herlin. Also want to note Sheriff Jason Mackey providing tonight's game ball.
Provided game ball, yes. He's done an excellent job here since he became sheriff in Noble County.
And introducing the bench players for the Redskins.
PA announcer, of course, Tad Seekers does a great job with the microphone.
He does.
Number 12, Chaz Pepper. Number 11, Jonah Barocco.
Also an assistant coach for the football team.
Yes.
Number 2, Brayden Herb. And now we're starting 5 for Coach Crane's Redskins.
Starting 5 now for the Redskins.
He's a sophomore, standing 6 foot from Caldwell. Number 23, Dylan Schott.
Dylan Schott, just a sophomore.
We talked about him. He came on last year at the end of the season, provided the Redskins with some quick scoring off the bench.
Going to have to do a little bit more this year.
He's going to have to assume some more roles than what he did last year. He was only looked at to score off the bench. He's got to handle the ball a lot more and step his game up defensively.
There's Alex Hurlin. Of course, Ethan Kroc also introduced.
Both those guys, along with Carter Wielden, all lettered as freshmen. They're juniors now. And, of course, the one senior, Dylan Wheeler, now being introduced.
Boy. Like a twig among a forest right there. But Wheeler, he's a tough ball player. I'll tell you that right now. Enjoyed watching him this football season.
He's a tough kid, and I tell you what, he can make Coffee nervous the way he defends.
Yeah, everything that number 3, Cale Bond, is for the Zeps. Well, Dylan Wheeler does the same kind of thing for the Redskins. All right, getting ready now for the opening tip. It'll be number 4, Dirkus Vincent, jumping against number 10. That is
Alex Hurlin.
I'm having a hard time telling the Redskins apart. Most of them have their hair dyed blonde. So,
and that's your football players. I think they did that as a unity thing for the football team during their playoff run.
We couldn't have done that.
No, you and I couldn't know.
All right. Opening tip, scramble for the basketball. Coming up with it, that's number 4, Dirkus Vincent. And quick foul as somebody reached in on Vincent.
I think that was on Ethan Kroc. So we're 4 seconds into it, and Redskins already with their first personal foul.
All right. Hey, you don't want any foul trouble early on. Be interesting to see where the Redskins have made their improvements.
The one thing the Redskins can't afford a little bit more of this year is some foul issues, because I think they can go a little deeper on the bench.
Smith with the basketball. Here's Wentworth with a shot for the Zeps. Ball's up. Rebound Miley. Miley slips it out to Smith again. Smith, top of the key in the corner. Wentworth shot is up, and that's 3.
Missed the first one and never hesitated to take the second one.
Boy, you don't want to leave him too many openings like that. He can shoot.
That's a mark of a good shooter.
Ooh, here's a ball goes off the foot of Cale Bond as he works on number 23, Dylan Schott, handling the basketball coming up the floor for the Redskins.
Schott maybe just a little bit nervous to start this game. First time he started a game against the county rivals.
Wheeler with the inbounds, looking for Schott, has to kick it back now to Wielden. Carter Wielden with the basketball. Wielden, top of the key, works it into Schott. Schott at the foul line, back out to Wheeler. Wheeler double teamed, and he travels. That'll turn the ball back over to the Zeps. 3-0 Shenandoah, 7:20 left here in the first. Just underway here at the gymnasium.
Little 1-2-2 half-court trap here implied by the Redskins.
Smith to Bond. Bond's pass is tipped and picked up by Wheeler for the Redskins. Here comes Caldwell. Caldwell down the floor to Schott. Schott out on the wing. Schott working the basketball. Now down low. That is number 24, Kroc. Can't get the shot to go. Fakes his man, gets him up in the air, and it's going to be a foul. I think that'll be on number 4, Vincent. Let's see. It is. It's going to be a shooting foul. He's going to put Kroc on the line, shooting impaired. Do you like the rule changes this year with the foul shooting?
I'm still not, I'm just getting used to it. And I'm still, like we talked last week, I'm still not exactly sure why it was implemented. But I guess time will tell whether it's a good rule or not.
First shot by Kroc off the rim, no good. The junior with his second shot. And that one's short. Rebound, Weston Miley. Here comes Bond with the basketball to Smith. He's wide open for 3. Off the rim, no good. Coming down with a rebound. That's Wielden. Here come the Redskins. Wielden, top of the key, over to Wheeler on the wing. Wheeler drives down to the baseline, kicks it out top now. That is Hurlin. Hurlin back to that Schott. Schott on the wing, throws a pass out there. Finds number 24. That is Kroc. Shot missed by Wielden. Wielden picks up his own rebound. Lobs the ball back out to Schott. Schott on the wing. Schott driving down to the baseline. Cut off. Traveling. And that's going to turn the ball back over to the Zeps. 6:16 left here in the first, and both teams, I think, a little tight, Mike.
Yeah, I tell you, the Redskins don't seem like they've got real good movement offensively right now.
Here's Smith with the basketball. Smith down the lane, loses his footing, and I'm going to say that's a push. Let's see who that's on. Might be on number 10. It's going to be Alex Hurley.
No, I think it's actually going against Dylan Schott, yes.
That's his first, team second. Bond with the basketball for the Zeps. Back to Wentworth. Wentworth on the wing. Wentworth looks at Miley, now kicks it back out to Smith, top of the key. Smith, top of the key, back over to Wentworth. Wentworth back to Smith. Smith out near midcourt. Redskins picking up man-to-man. Smith kicks it back to Wentworth. Pass is too tall. That's going to turn it back over to the Skins.
And you called it early on. Both teams a little bit tight starting out this basketball game.
It always works this way, particularly the first contest of the year between these two teams. Now you get down into January, they'll be coming hard from the tip.
Yes, they will.
Wheeler with the ball for Caldwell. Back to Schott, back now top of the key. That is Hurlin working it over to Wielden. Wielden on the elbow. And let's see, they're going to say that, is it going to be a Wielden for an elbow?
Actually, I think they're going to get that on Hurlin for an illegal screen, yes.
That's his second.
And Chaz Peffer comes in quickly to replace him.
Actually, that's only the first on Hurlin, but Peffer is in the ball game. Wentworth bringing the ball up the floor off his foot. That's going to turn it back over to the Redskins. Tried to go between the legs. Went right off the toe.
Good defensive pressure applied that time by the sophomore Dylan Schott. Ball went off of Wentworth's foot, so 3 turnovers so far for the Shenandoah as opposed to 2 for Caldwell.
That's one of the things Chad Miley talked about with me. He said they're going to put some pressure on us. It'll be important we handle it well. Here's Schott with a basketball now for Caldwell. Back to Wheeler. Wheeler drives into the lane. Peffer with the basketball, now back out. Wheeler down on the baseline. He'll take the shot. Ball goes over the rim. Rebound, Wielden up and in.
Good offensive rebound that time by the junior.
Carter Wielden fighting for position that time. All right, Wentworth up the floor quickly. Down the lane, finds Miley. Miley up under the basket. Some contact, no call. Peffer with the rebound. Let's see, jump ball. They're going to say possession to the Redskins.
Redskin ball.
4:39 left in the first. 3-2. Both teams a little tight here as we are getting underway here at Caldwell High School.
Yeah, nothing smooth about what we've seen so far, Bill.
Although some pretty good defense. Down the lane, Wielden. Yeah, there you go. All right, guys, I'm not tight. Get it to me. Wielden with a couple of baskets in a row. 4 points for him. It's 4-3 Caldwell. Down the floor comes Smith. He can't get it to go. Picked up by Wielden. Wielden up the floor quickly to Schott. Schott down on the baseline, driving, shooting, and no. Going to say it was knocked out of bounds by number 3, Cale Bond. So that'll be Redskins basketball. 4-3 Caldwell. 4:09 left in the first.
Bond has started out defending Schott, trying to take the score away from him.
Oh, Wielden.
Nice pass inside by Wheeler.
6 quick points for Carter Wielden. 6-3 Caldwell. Full court pressure by the Redskins. Cale Bond. Bond gets it across midcourt. Back to Wentworth now. Wentworth to Smith. Smith, top of the key. Smith will take the 3. In and out. Rebound, Wheeler. Wheeler cut off by Miley. Miley now. They work the ball back over to Wielden on the sideline. Wielden spins, loses control, picked up by the Zeps. Here comes Smith. Up ahead, Miley up and in. That's going to make it 6-5 Redskins. Wielden picking up. Tell you what, Carter Wielden kind of taking charge here. Drives into the lane. He's tied up by Miley. That's going to turn the ball back over to the Zeps. That time, I think Wielden doing a little bit too much.
Exactly, yeah. Good job defensively, collapsing on Wheelan as he tried to take the ball to the basket.
They gave him some space, and they double-teamed him as he went down the lane, and that was the end of that. pulled the ball free. Wentworth now with the basketball for the Zeps. Back out to Smith. He'll shoot the three. That's good.
Nice looking stroke there by the junior point guard.
He's missed a couple, but like you said, they just keep on shooting. Here's Schott with the basketball. Bond's all over him. Schott will take the shot off the rim. No good. Rebound fought for. Miley had it. Tipped out of his hand by Wheeler. Wheeler now with the ball. On the ground. Picked up by the Zeps. Here comes Wentworth for Shenandoah. Wentworth from the elbow. Finds a cutting Miley underneath. Miley kicks it back outside. Shot by Vincent. No good. Rebound fought for. Wheeler comes down with it for Caldwell. 8-6 Zeps. 2:30 left in the first. Things starting to even out a little bit. Starting to get a little bit smoother.
Zeps are doing a good job defensively.
Wheeler tried to do a little too much. Wentworth picks up the ball and driving down there. Wheeler's unhappy with himself as he lost control of the basketball, and Wentworth picked it up and went in, and that's going to be a foul on Wheeler.
He's got to watch slapping the basketball, though. Next time they see that, he's allowed to get teed up for that move.
That will put Wentworth on the line. Jarrett Wentworth will shoot two. 8-6, 2:16 left here in the first quarter. Zeps up by a pair, now make it three. 9-6. Wentworth hits the first shot.
Kroc replaces Wielden.
Wentworth now. Second shot. Ball's up and good. All the Redskins scoring is on the bench now as Wielden had all six. All right, here's number 4, Kyler Starr with a basketball. Starr works it back to Peffer. Peffer, that is 32. That's Garrett Brown now driving the baseline. Up and no good. Kroc misses the shot. Rebound, that is Miley. Wentworth now to Smith. Smith up the floor, top of the key. Back to Wentworth on the wing. He'll take the shot. Ball's up off the rim. No good. Rebound fought for. Miley's got it. Kicks it back outside to Smith. He'll take the three. Off the rim. No good. Coming down with the basketball. That is number 12, Chaz Peffer. Peffer back to Kyler Starr now. Starr across midcourt. Finds shot down on the baseline. That's Peffer and a lot of contact. Let's see what the call is.
I think they're going to say that foul was on the floor, so the Redskins will take the ball out of bounds under their own basket. With 1:29 to go here in the first quarter.
10-6. Zeps by 4. Kyler Starr with the basketball. Kicks it back outside. That's Schott.
Saw it being defended by Smith.
Great basketball name, incidentally. Schott. Oh. It's going to be off Wentworth, I think. Yes, that's what I thought. 24, Ethan Kroc had the basketball. Wentworth.
The Zeps are giving the Redskins a little bit of trouble with their pressure on the ball at the half court.
Yeah, I think I'm a little bit surprised. It looks to me like Caldwell is giving Shenandoah a little problem with their pressure. Kyler Starr, works it back to Schott in the corner. Schott now. Back out on the elbow, down low. It's 32, Garrett Brown. Shots up, and there was a whistle before the shot.
I think they're going to call that foul on K.O. Bond on the hold.
First on Bond.
Brown had good position down there on the left-hand block, and all Bond could do to stop him was to foul him.
Schott with the basketball now, out on the wing, in the corner. Starr will take the shot. High off the rim, no good. Rebound coming down with it. That's Vincent. Vincent to Wentworth. Wentworth, and they're going to get Starr with a reach behind Wentworth. Able to knock the ball away, but got a little bit of the body. That'll be the first on Starr.
Wielden checks back into the lineup for Kyler Starr.
Yeah, Kyler Starr, just a sophomore. Good move, I think, by Coach Crane. Wheeler upset by a turnover. Took him out quickly, let him cool down a little bit, put him back on the floor. Shots up by Wentworth. That is no good. 10-6. 50 seconds left here in the first quarter.
A.J. Carpenter checks in the lineup for the Zeps, replacing K.O. Bond.
Second shot up by Wentworth. That one's good. Make it 11-6 now. Shenandoah with a 5-point lead. Wheeldon with the basketball for Caldwell. Works it in the corner. Shot from the outside by Brown. A rebound, kicked out now. Shot, that's blocked. And Wheeldon looking for the basketball, picked up by Miley now. Miley driving down the floor. He's going to run into Shot. Let's see what the call is. Is it going to be a block? And they're going to count the basket. I might agree with the foul call. I'm not sure if that was a good bucket. They're going to give it to Weston Miley, though.
Shot, his second. Miley will shoot the and one.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think they got the foul correct because it was definitely a block. But I thought that he was fouled before the ball was released.
That's what I thought, but not my day to wear a whistle.
No. Thank goodness.
Yeah.
For you or me, either one. That's not a job I would want.
No. You have to be, you have to be born to do that, I think.
You have to have some very, very thick skin. Weston Miley being attended to over on the sideline.
And he's back out now. He gets his free throws. This will just be one shot for Miley. Ball's up. Short. Rebound Wheeler for Caldwell. 20 seconds left now here in the first quarter. 13-6. Wheeldon now out near midcourt. Vincent's on him.
He's done a nice job on Wheeldon tonight.
Wheeldon drives down the lane. Ball's up and good.
Nice move there by the junior.
13-8. And that's going to do it. End of the first quarter of play. So, wow. Carter Wheeldon with all 8 points for Caldwell.
Yes.
Score after one. It's the Zeps 13, Redskins 8. We'll take a break. Back with more right after this.
Everyone's looking for an encouraging sign in today's economy. The fact is, you'll find one right here in Caldwell at State Farm Sue Snowd's office. Because State Farm agents like Sue have been here helping people protect the things that matter most. That's why more people trust State Farm, and they consider that a very good sign. See State Farm agent Sue Snowd at 400 East Street, Caldwell. Sue Snowd State Farm is a proud supporter of high school sports.
Your home and your car are likely your two biggest investments. Protecting them from unexpected damage is a prime concern to WB Green Insurance. They are proud to represent Westfield Insurance, a financial service organization that provides insurance products for your home, auto, and business. Sharing knowledge, building trust is Westfield Insurance's pledge to their customers, along with personalized claim service that's fast and friendly. To learn how Westfield can help with your insurance needs, talk to WB Green Insurance today.
And we're back, getting ready now for the second quarter of play. Shenandoah with a 13-8 lead on Caldwell. Makes a couple of threes for the Zeps. Some good shooting, but you can see the Redskins starting to find their footing just a little bit, I think.
Thank goodness they have Carter Wheeldon because he has all 8 points for the Redskins there in the first quarter.
Yeah, he's looked good. Here's Wentworth with the basketball. Drives to the foul line, puts it up, and that's a nice shot by Jarrett Wentworth. 15-8 now, 7-point lead for the Zeps. Here comes Dylan Schott for the Redskins. Schott to Wheeldon. Wheeldon on the wing. Back to Schott, top of the key. Schott's going to take a shot from the elbow. Ball's tipped up. Rebound, that's Wheeldon. Wheeldon turning. Spinning, shooting, and missing. Rebound, Miley for Shenandoah. Smith up to Vincent. Vincent will slow it down, back out to Wentworth. Wentworth, top of the key now, Smith. Karsten Smith works it on the wing to Miley. Miley looking for Wentworth, top of the key, now looks down low. Vincent loses the handle. Picked up, that is 24, that's Kroc. Here come the Redskins. Dylan Wheeler. Wheeler on the sideline. Wheeldon. He'll take a shot. Top of the key. In and out. Rebound Wentworth for the Zeps. And he throws an errant pass. They're going to say that is Caldwell basketball. Smith wanted to start up the floor, and Wentworth threw it behind him. Again, I think some early season jitters by both teams. Here's Kroc. Kroc drives into the elbow for Caldwell. Redskins ball inside. Now Miley's got the basketball for Shenandoah. Here comes Miley down the floor, up and can't get it to go. Rebound, that's shot. Back up for Caldwell. Shot, driving, shooting, and can't get it to go. They're going to get number 10. That is Alex Herlin, as he went up trying to follow up the shot, grabbed onto the rim because, quite frankly, he was going to go flying into the back of the gymnasium if he didn't.
So now they got to decide whether or not that should have been a technical called on Herlin for hanging on the rim.
Yeah,
but I'm like you. I think he almost had to because he was up there, and if he'd have come straight down, I think his legs would have been undercut.
He went a little out of control. He found a lane and he came roaring in for the layup. And like I said, I don't think that was intentional. Let's see what they call.
Warning on Caldwell.
They're gonna
just call a warning.
And I can go along with that. I'm not betting. No harm, no foul. So.
The thing is, I think Herlin got up there and actually interfered with the ball enough. The ball had a chance, I think, of actually going in. And when he grabbed the rim, he disturbed the ball enough to get it to fall out.
It was still bouncing around a little bit. So, yeah, I think you're right. Again, we're seeing a lot of early season type jitters, particularly out of the Redskins, who have one game under their belt and haven't really had a lot of time to practice.
No, they haven't.
A lot of these guys played football.
Probably about half of them, I would say, played on the football team that, as most people know, went to the Final Four this year. So have not had a whole lot of time, but, eventually you're not going to be able to use that as an excuse. They're going to have to find some scoring from some other people beside Carter Wielden if they want to make this a competitive game here tonight.
I'm seeing, it looks like Dylan Wheeler doing a pretty good job handling the basketball, but, Beatty Lori, it's hard to beat when you've got an all-state point guard who averages near 30 points a game, who also handles the ball pretty well. That's a lot to replace.
You knew at the end of every quarter whose hands the ball was going to be in, and you had a chance you had to foul him or let him score.
I think both teams losing probably a good 70% of their scoring easily. Caldwell maybe more. They're gonna say that is Caldwell basketball.
They must be going with a possession there is all I can figure.
I think so. Boy, I'll tell you something right now. I didn't agree with giving him a technical on it, but boy, you think.
Okay, they are going to go. I think they didn't change a possession error the last time. I think. Well, yes, they did.
Little inbounds to Wielden. 10 points for Carter Wielden.
Again, nice inbounds pass that time made by Dylan Wheeler.
Wentworth loses the handle and ball ends up on the ground. That's going to be a foul on Wentworth, I think.
Actually, they're going to call that on Alex Herlin, his second.
Okay, so it'll be Zeps' ball. Full court pressure. Wentworth loses the handle. Picked up. Kroc. Zeps have it. Trying to work it down to Herlin. Herlin loses the handle. Wheeler picks it up. Let's see down. That's going to be on Miley.
Weston Miley, yes.
Weston Miley, his first, team first.
Lob to the inside. That's worked again. Wielden, he's got all 12 points, and he's got half of them on that little lob inbounds play.
Yes, you're exactly right. That's the third time they've run the same play, and the Zeps have not been able to defend it yet. Just a cross screen, and Wielden kind of rolls in the middle, and he's about 6'4", a lot bigger than any of the Zeps, and good inbounds pass made there by Wheeler.
Smith with the foul, and Wielden adds the free throw. So, wow, 15-13, and let me just say, leading the way for the Redskins right now with 13 points, Carter Wielden. He's got them all.
And he just picked up his first personal foul trying to defend in a pressure situation.
Smith to Carpenter, down low to Miley. Miley loses the handle, gets it back out to Carpenter now. Carpenter to Smith. Smith, top of the key. Smith Gets a little pick from Miley. Now kicks it back over to Wentworth on the wing. Back out to Smith, top of the key. Wentworth takes a look at it. They're out on him. You know he'll pull the trigger. Carpenter will take the shot from the wing. That's good. Boy, A.J. Carpenter hit a big three there. 18-13.
Good patience shown that time by the Zeps offensively to keep moving the ball around until they finally got an open look.
Wheeler with the basketball now, works it to Hurlin, back to Schott now. Schott. And let's see, they're going to say it's a push.
Well, they're going to call that, I think, on Carson Smith.
And that's his second. Boy, I didn't see anything there.
There didn't seem to be a whole lot.
It's going to be Redskins basketball now. 18-13, 5:16 left here in the first half. Carter Wielden with the basketball now for the Redskins. Wielden down the lane, up and can't get it to go. Miley with the rebound for Shenandoah. Here comes Smith now. Smith down the lane, slips it over to Miley, up and no good. Miley gets his own rebound. And let's see. Ball rolls out of bounds. They're going to say jump ball, and that's going to make it Shenandoah basketball.
Jump ball. Shenandoah ball.
Karsten Smith with the inbounds for the Zeps.
A lot of action inside that time. No foul call. They're letting them play a little bit.
Things getting a little chippy, I might add. Carpenter, top of the key. Now back to Wentworth. Smith, he'll take the shot from the wing. Ball's high off the rim, no good. Bounces a couple times. Wielden grabs the rebound. Now Miley knocks it away from him. Picked up by the Redskins. Here's Wheeler. Wheeler in the corner. Shot. Works it back down. That is 24. That is Kroc. Now it's thrown over Wielden's head. Wielden down the baseline. Let's see. They're going to say, is that a block? It's going to be on Vincent. That's the second foul on Vincent. And they'll say it's on the floor, so Wheeler will take the ball out for the Redskins.
Fourth team foul is second.
Oh, they worked the ball off the back of Miley. Wheeler tried the old school ground play, hitting the ball off the back of the opponent and then picking it up, and ball rolls out of bounds. It will be Redskins ball.
He didn't really throw it hard enough for it to come back to him, though.
Here's Schott with the basketball, working it back. That's Kroc. Wheeler will take a long shot. Can't even find a rim. Picked up now by Wentworth. Wentworth up the floor to Smith. Smith spinning, turning, shooting. Nice block by Wielden, and they say he got his arm, so that's going to be 2 on Carter Wielden.
And Bill, that's the one guy right now that the Redskins cannot afford to have in foul trouble, because as you've already stated, all 13 points that the Redskins have at this point have come from Carter Wielden.
He's been the offense and everything.
Yes, he has.
Ball's up by Smith. That's good.
Checking into the Redskins lineup, number 12.
Second shot now for Karsten Smith. 4:12 left here in the first half.
Chaz Peffer checks in the lineup for the Redskins in place of Carter Wielden.
That one's good. That's going to make it 20-13 Shenandoah. 7-point lead for the Zeps. Dylan Schott down with the basketball now. Smith's on him now. Change up in defense. Smith tips the ball away from Schott, but Schott gets it back now. Wheeler down the lane in the corner. That's Kroc. Kroc drives, kicks it off. Ball goes out of bounds, and they're going to say that is Shenandoah basketball. Carpenter with the inbounds now. Full court pressure by the Redskins. Wentworth with the ball. Wentworth up the floor. Tipped away. Wentworth grabs it now. Pulls it up now. Works down the lane, up and in. That was kind of a circus shot, wasn't it?
He never looked like he had complete control of the basketball, but somehow found a way to get it to go.
Scoop shot. Here's Schott. Shot from the wing, that's good, and it's good to see somebody breaking the ice. Besides Wielden, that's going to make it 22-16.
And then he draws a foul here. Foul called against him at the other end.
Is that 3 on him, or is that just 2?
His third.
That's 3.
It's
Dylan's shot.
You hate to see that.
And quickly, Wielden comes back into the game for the Redskins in place of Schott.
Inbounds, Carpenter finds Vincent. Down on the baseline. That's Smith. Shots high off the rim. Rebound. That's going to be on Vincent. And that's going to be 3 on him.
And that should be a 2-shot foul for the Redskins at the other end. That is 5 team fouls against the Zeps here in the second quarter. Again,
still getting used to those new rules.
Still getting used to the new rules, exactly.
Officials went to go take it out. All right, that's going to put Wheeldon on the line, shooting a pair. There is no more one-on-one. You get 2 shots now.
And again, for the listeners back home, not aware of that rule, it's every quarter it starts over too, with no fouls against it, no team fouls against either team.
Ball's up by Wheeldon. That's good. That's 14 of the 17 points in the first half scored by Carter Wheeldon. Second shot now for the junior. That's up and good. Wheeldon 6'4". Wentworth cut off now. Full court pressure by the Redskins. There's Carpenter. Finds Miley underneath the basketball. Is put up, no good. Rebound scooped up now under the basket. That is 21, Stottsbury. Now they work it back to Smith. He drives down the lane, puts it up and in.
Good, strong move to the basket that time by the junior Smith.
24-18. Here comes Wheeler for the Redskins. In the corner, Kroc. Kroc kicks it back outside. Wheeler will take the 3. That's off the rim, no good. Rebound, Kroc. Got it. A.J. Carpenter now with the basketball. Pressure by the Redskins, knocked out of bounds. Let's see.
I think they're going to say that was off of a Redskin, I believe, Chaz Peffer. Ball will remain with the Zeps.
All right.
2:25 to go. The Redskins have cut it down to a 4-point deficit.
Carpenter with the inbounds for Shenandoah. Back to Smith now. Smith driving down the lane, gets some contact. Wheeldon grabs the rebound, missed the layup by Smith. Here's Wheeldon. Wheeldon down the lane, off in the corner. Long shot by Kroc, no good. Rebound, Peffer. Knocks it out of bounds off of number 21. That's Garrett Stottsbury.
Good smart play that time by Peffer. The only option he had was to throw it off of him in order to retain possession for the Redskins.
Garrett Brown now in the game for Caldwell. Wheeler lobs it into Wheeldon. Miley's all over him. And let's see, they're going to say jump ball, or are they going to say foul?
Miley might have got a little bump against him too that they didn't call. You can only go to the well so many times. Yeah. That's the out of bounds play. Yeah, they run like 4 times for layups.
They're onto it now. Wheeldon with a basketball. Now Wheeler, he'll take the shot from the wing for 3, high off the rim, no good. Rebound, Wentworth. Wentworth now up the floor for Shenandoah. Zeps wearing their green uniforms tonight. Caldwell in the white. There's a shot by A.J. Carpenter. Good for 3.
Boy, no hesitation on that shot that time.
Took the words right out of my mouth.
By the junior. He shot that with confidence.
He had a good look and he took it. Here's Kroc with the basketball, driving the baseline. Ball's up and no good. He's fouled. See, I think that's going to be on Carpenter. They're going to say that's on Wentworth. That's going to put Ethan Kroc on the line, shooting a pair. 27-20, 133 left here in the first half. Zeps with a 7-point lead. First shot by Kroc, off the back of the rim, no good. Second shot for this junior. Ball's up and good. Up the floor now is Karsten Smith. Smith now on the sidelines into Miley, back out to Wentworth. Open shot, no good, but he's fouled. That's going to be on Wheeler.
Not a very smart foul that time by the senior out against Wentworth.
Yeah, Wentworth had a good look, and Wheeler did everything he could to distract him, but he ran into him.
Team fifth. Wentworth will shoot
3 shots now for Wentworth. That's good. Got a couple more coming. 1:23 left, 28-21 now. 7-point lead for the Zeps. Second shot off the back of the rim, no good. One more shot now for Wentworth. Ball's up and off the back of the rim. Ball fought for. Brown comes down with it. Gets it back to Peffer, back to Brown now. Brown brings it up the floor for Caldwell. Back to Kroc. Kroc out near midcourt to Wheeler on the wing. Wheeler. Ball's knocked away by Wentworth, picked up by Peffer. Back outside now, Wheeler. Wheeler. Kroc to Wielden. Yes. I'll tell you what. Very strong first half. Here's Miley, cut off by Kroc. Back outside now, Smith. Nice pass. That's Stottsbury up and in. Wow. Garrett Stottsbury with a nice assist from Smith. Boy, Karsten Smith drew all the defense off and just tipped it over to Stottsbury. Wheeler now with a missed shot, grabs his own rebound, fights it for another one. That's going to be on Miley, I think. That's what Dylan Wheeler does. Man, penetrates, misses a shot, gets his own rebound, misses again, gets his own rebound, and is fouled.
Relentless down inside.
He just keeps working. Shots up by Wheeler. That's good. First points of the night for the senior. 30-25, Shenandoah by 5. Ball's up and off the back of the rim, no good. Karsten Smith with the rebound. Here come the Zeps. 25 seconds left here in the first half. Smith pulls up, kicks it back out to Wentworth. Wentworth to Carpenter. Carpenter top of the key, kicks it down low. Stottsbury up and in. And Garrett Stottsbury taking a couple of nice assists and turning them into points. Here's Wielden, misses the shot. Missed shot by Wheeler, and that's going to do it. End of the first half of play. Zeps come away with a 7-point lead at halftime. The score, Shenandoah 32, Caldwell 25. We'll take a break. We'll be back with more from Caldwell High School right after this.
From the Ohio News Network, this is the Ohio Education Association Tonight in High School Hoops. Now here's your host, Eric Reeser.
As basketball season gets underway all across the Buckeyes state, I'll speak with Ryan Baker of the Ohio High School Athletic Association Radio Network about a new initiative to make athletic contests a more safe and enjoyable experience for everyone, and a new way boys and girls district tournaments will be seeded in the spring. That's next. This is the Ohio News Network.
The ONN Daily Podcast. Get a recap of all the day's news from across the state.
ONN affiliate WBNS TV in Columbus has more.
Haley Kirby reporting in downtown Toledo.
From the State House, Kevin Landers.
ONN Canton.
ONN affiliate WKYC TV in Cleveland explains.
In Marietta, Brett Wharf, ONN News.
Emma Henderson in Genoa.
The ONN Daily Podcast. Listen at ONNradio.com or wherever you download your favorite podcasts from the Ohio News Network.
In Ohio, public education matters. And every day, Ohio's public school educators use their united voice to advocate for the supports and resources our public schools need so every child thrives. No exceptions. I'm Ohio Education Association President Scott Demaro, and on behalf of our 120,000 members, OEA is proud to sponsor tonight's game. Because great public schools are a winning playbook for Ohio, and Ohio is stronger when we stand together to cheer for our students' success.
This is ONN.
I'm Eric Reeser, Ryan Baker, my guest of the Ohio High School Athletic Association's radio network. Ryan, back in mid-November, the OHSAA announced they were relaunching their Respect the Game program, something that had been introduced back in 2004 to address fan behavior and curb what seems to be an increase in negative fan incidents, both between fans, parents, and students, and interactions with coaches and officials. What have you seen from a football standpoint that would tell you this is a good idea and something that needed addressing moving forward?
Well, I think
as the world we live in now as fans, everything you think should be perfect and it should never go against your team and this and that. And one thing I think is big in this is the OHSAA has a hard time getting officials. And if you have a hard time getting officials, sometimes you're putting officials out there that may not totally be ready or they're newer to the game, and it's very hard for them. And then obviously then you have fans, parents, whatever, getting on officials. And in today's world, people are maybe a little more crude than they used to be. Let's just quite be honest. But I think what we want to do here is get the focus back on the kids. These are kids out there doing something because they love to do it. Chances are a lot of them aren't going to go play at the next level, no matter how much their parents think they should. And we want the focus on that. But also in football, this goes to the teams a little bit too. We've had some incidents this year in the football season, at least, where games have been canceled in the third and fourth quarter because of fights on the field. One at Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium. Canton McKinley and Massillon got into a scuffle in the handshake line afterwards. We've also seen incidents of it may not have been part of the game, but we've heard of incidents of games being called because there's been gunshots in the area or at the stadium, altercations between fans. So I think it is something that's probably good to bring back, this Respect the Game, just to clean some of this up, hopefully, at least the awareness of it.
Because really these incidents, I mean, they affect everybody, but it's made even worse for juniors and seniors who, when you only get 4 years to do this, a game in someone's senior year means everything. You don't get a second chance at a high school experience.
And think about this, just with this group of kids, some of these kids lost seasons or games because of COVID way back when. So if you lose them then at the beginning and now you're losing some at the end. And again, this is not just, it's directed towards the fans, but it's everybody involved. Coaches, players, all of them.
Ryan, the OHSAA is going to be doing something very different at the end of the boys and girls basketball regular seasons. They've announced a partnership with high school athletics site Max Preps to create what's called a Ratings Percentage Index, or RPI for short. It's going to be used to rank and seed teams for district tournaments. As of this conversation, the exact formula is still being determined, but what did you make of the news?
Well, it's always been done in the past by the coaches. The coaches voted on the teams and the seedings, and then they were placed into the basketball tournament like that. Now it's going to be done by the Max Prep rankings of the teams in the state of Ohio. I think in a sport like basketball, I don't think this is going to matter because all the teams are in anyway. So you may have to play a different team here or there, but in basketball, ultimately, you have to beat them all to get there.
East Central Ohio's favorite, Kickin' Country, KC 105. WWKC, Caldwell, Cambridge. Kickin' Country, KC 105.
We're back at Caldwell High School. Shenandoah with a 32-25 lead on the Redskins at the half. Well, one question answered, scoring punch for the Redskins. Carter Wielden has found the touch around the basket, hasn't he?
You know, and he's one of those young men that did not play football, so he's had a chance to be in the gym a little bit more. And it's obvious to watch him shoot the basketball that he's very comfortable doing it. And some of those kids that coming off of football still seem to be a little rough. But I tell you what, you got to give the Zeps a lot of credit there in the first half. They came out and kind of controlled the tempo for the most part, took care of the basketball. I only had them charted for 5 turnovers in the first half as opposed to 9 for the Redskins. And if the Redskins have any chance at all win this basketball game, they're going to have to find some offense from somebody else besides just Carter Wielden.
There's no doubt about that. Wielden, outstanding first half, 18 points. And as you said, I do think, though, that the Zeps did have trouble with the Redskins' size. It was kind of one and done as far as shots went for Shenandoah. They didn't really seem to get a lot of second chances off the glass, as Caldwell doing a good job on the boards.
And proof of your points, I had Caldwell out-rebounding Shenandoah 23-11 in the first half, but the Redskins just cannot find a way to get the ball in the basket other than from the hands of from Carter Wielden right now.
Well,
they just don't. You can just tell they just don't. They have not perfected their stroke yet from the perimeter.
No, and Dylan Schott had some opportunities, but again, Cale Bond was on him in the early part of the game, and he was kind of frustrated with some good defense there. Took some shots, finally did knock a 3 down, but then ended up with 3 fouls and had to spend the remainder of the first half on the bench. So as you said, the rest of the Redskins right now struggling to find some offense.
And you've got to give the Shenandoah defense some credit for that, too, because I tell you what, they've got some quickness out there. They don't have a whole lot of size, but they're extremely quick, and they're making it difficult for Caldwell to get off quality shots from the perimeter.
Yeah, they are, and a good job on the other hand by the Redskins to stay in the game. I think the pressure, the full court pressure that Caldwell has, is putting on sometimes, it's giving the Zeps some problems.
A little bit of problem. I said only 5 turnovers, so there have been some cases, but again, Shenandoah pretty much has controlled this basketball game from the opening tip. And again, for the Redskins to get back in, they're going to have to find some other scoring besides Wielden.
Well, let's check that scoring individually. For the Redskins first, it was 3 points for Dylan Schott on a 3-point shot. Ethan Kroc adding 3. 1 point for Dylan Wheeler, and 18 points for Carter Wielden. Dominated the first half. I'll tell you what, that little inbounds play, and they got him on it 3 times.
Yeah, they did.
Basically just a little lob pass into Wielden, and he was up and just put the shot in. That was 6 easy points.
And they tried it a 4th time, and I think Wielden was actually fouled a little bit. No call made. But they've had a lot of success running that. But I think the Zeps have it figured out now what they're trying to do with their inbounds plays.
All right, let's check the scoring for the Zeps. It was Garrett Stotsberry. A couple of nice passes to Stotsberry, and he converts easy layups. 4 points for him in the first half. 4 points for Weston Miley. 6 points for A.J. Carpenter. A couple of trays coming off the bench for A.J. 7 points for Karsten Smith. And leading the way for the Zeps, 11 points for Jarrett Wentworth. So a little bit more balanced scoring for the Zeps, who, as you said, right now they've had a few more games. They've had a lot more practice, so they look a little bit more polished.
They are taking shots. When they shoot the ball from the perimeter, they're shooting with a lot of confidence as opposed to Caldwell. They can't decide really whether they want to shoot the ball from the perimeter or not. They don't feel comfortable doing it. So, and obviously in the point totals right here going into the second half.
Well, in this game, a lot tighter than the Redskins' first game against Fort Fry. So there is some improvement. As we said, though, Redskins coming off a long football playoff run, and that's hurt them.
It has. But, the more practice you get, you're not going to be able to use that excuse forever. They're going to have to buckle down, like I said, and find ways to get other people involved in the scoring.
Well, and that's the other thing I was going to say. You've got to give Coach Clint Crane some credit. He's run quite a few players in and out, too.
He has. They go a little deeper than what the Zeps do, but I tell you what, the Zeps have brought a couple kids in. As you mentioned, Garrett Stotsberry came in and got a couple buckets, along with A.J. Carpenter. I believe hit 2 threes, if I'm not mistaken, and when he shot it in motion. I tell you, he caught the ball and released it immediately with a lot of confidence. And that's the one thing that the Redskins haven't been doing, is shooting the ball with much confidence.
Yeah, Carpenter, just a junior. He looks like a very, very good role player, for somebody who can come off the bench, provide some shooting, provide some good defense, provide some good ball handling. All right, getting ready now to get underway here in the third quarter. Zeps with a 32-25 lead. They will have the basketball. Cale Bond brings it in.
Looks like both teams will go back to their original starting 5s.
Karsten Smith with the ball, works it over to Wentworth now. Wentworth out near midcourt. Wentworth working on shot. Down in the corner, that's Vincent. Vincent on the wing, shot by Smith, off the rim, no good. Rebound, that's Wielden. Boy, I'll tell you what, Redskins have dominated the boards. All right, here's Wheeler with the basketball down into Wielden on the blocks. Ball's up and in. Carter Wielden picking up where he left off. He's got 20 points now. Bruce. Karsten Smith driving, shooting, and scoring. Wow. Some contact up the floor. One of the Zeps ended up on the floor, but Smith drove right around everything, and 34-27.
He went coast to coast. No help defense that time by the Redskins.
Wielden with the basketball. The shot now. Shot on the baseline. Works it back inside to Kroc. Ball goes off the backboard. Zeps come away with it. Here comes Wentworth. Wentworth now out near the top of the key. Works it on the wing. That's Miley. Miley back to Smith. Smith takes a look at things. Now drives. That's going to be a reach.
That's going to go against Dylan Wheeler.
It's his third, excuse me. 3 fouls on Wheeler, 3 fouls on Dylan Schott.
And Wheeler will be replaced by Chaz Peffer in the lineup for the Redskins.
Smith with the inbounds for Shenandoah. Smith looking for the lob. Now he's going to have to get it outside. Works it back to Bond. Bond back to Smith. Smith shots up, and that's 3.
That young man has a smooth-looking stroke.
Well, and they seem to come just when you need them. He's clutch.
He's been a starter for the Zeps since day one as a freshman.
Shot now with the basketball. Now he works it back on the baseline to Kroc. Nice job by Miley. Steps into the passing lane and picks one off. Here's Bond now for Shenandoah. Top of the key, Smith. Smith down the lane, shooting and scoring. They're going to say no good. Good. Let's see.
They're looking at each other. They can't decide if they're going to call it
Oh
good.
my.
Oh,
that's the second time tonight, and
neither official really wanted to motion that good right away. They both looked at each other.
yeah, and that's Smith. A quick 7 points here to start the third quarter, and that's going to be the 4th foul on Schott. That's big.
It is. And that expands the Zep lead to 12 here with only a little over a minute and a half gone in the third quarter.
Timeout on the floor. Boy, Coach Crane not happy with the officiating right now. And, I kind of have to, I understand his point. They weren't really sure. Smith drove in and put a layup up, and it sure did look like the foul was well before the shot, but they called the shot good.
It was definitely a foul, no doubt about that. But nobody immediately signaled that the shot was good. The two officials looked at each other and tried to decide, what do you got? What do you got? I don't know.
The foul may be the biggest issue because right now you've got Dylan Schott on the bench with 4 fouls.
And he right now probably is the one other Redskin that has the ability to provide some perimeter offense for the Skins.
And can also create a little bit off the dribble. There's a shot up by Karsten Smith. That's good. 8 quick points for Smith. He's got 15 now, 40-27. 13-point lead for the Zeps. Here's Wheeler. Wheeler to Wheeldon. Wheeldon in the lane. Ball's up, no good. Rebound, Cale Bond. Here come the Zeps. Bond lobs the ball up to Miley. Miley now loses the handle on it, picks it up, gets it to Wentworth. Wentworth back outside. Smith takes a look at it. He's going to take the shot. Long ball off the rim. Rebound, Cale Bond tied up by Wheeler. And possession arrow to the Redskins. Boy, not a good start this second half for the Redskins. A little pressure now by Shenandoah. Here's Wheeldon. Wheeldon with the ball in the lane, turning up, taking a shot, misses it. Rebound, let's see, that's going to be on Miley.
I think that's
going to be on Wheeldon.
That's on Wheeldon. Little frustration foul that time by the junior. Missed a little running one-hander and frustrated, went right after the basketball, went over top of Miley to get to it.
That's his third. All right, Zeps ball. Wentworth in the corner. Vincent will take the 3. Yes! Timeout, Redskins. Shenandoah comes out and some good adjustments. They come out on fire. Karsten Smith already 8 points, and that 3 by Vincent, just a dagger to the heart of the Redskins.
I tell you, that's the thing that the Zeps have been good at so far. They are stepping up and shooting the basketball from the perimeter with so much more confidence in what the Redskins have been doing.
And you're right, you can see it. And if it's a miss, it's no problem.
It's no problem.
I'll
right.
just shoot again. They'll pull the trigger. And right now the Redskins, as we said, still searching for some offense. And of course, Dylan Schott on the bench with 4 fouls, and that hurts. Because as you said, he's one that can create.
Zeps are early in the third quarter, 4 out of 6 from the field to extend a 7-point lead to a 16-point lead here with probably less than 3 minutes expired in the third quarter.
Tell you one thing, you have to give Coach Miley a lot because the Zeps came out charged up and ready to play in the third quarter.
And the Zeps are going to extend this to full court pressure.
Yeah, we haven't seen too much of this tonight out of Shenandoah. Kroc with a basketball now. Works it across midcourt, loses the handle, picks it up again.
He might have gotten away with a carry that time.
I think he did, but they're going to kick it back out now to Wheeler. Wheeler and driving. Let's see, who's that going to be on? They're going to be on Wheeler.
I think they're going to call a carry. They're going to call a carry against Wheeler. 3 turnovers already here in the third quarter for the Skins.
43-27. Miley with the basketball. Full court pressure by the Redskins. That's going to be on Hurlin. Hurlin running into the back of Jarrett Wentworth.
That's just a careless, lazy foul there by Hurlin. Just did not have good position and just reached out. Had no chance at all getting a steal on that play.
Bond with the inbounds to Wentworth now. Wentworth out near midcourt. Wentworth stops, picks it up. Now back outside, top of the key. Bond driving down the lane. Up in, no good. Rebound fought for. Coming down with it was Vincent. That's 2 for the Zeps. 45-27.
Everything right now going the way of the Zeps. They are in complete control of this basketball game.
Wheeler to Wheeldon. Wheeldon now. Down the lane. He'll pull up and take the shot. That gets a good roll. Stops the bleeding for right now. 45-29. Smith down the lane. Puts it up over Wheeldon. Wheeldon got a piece of it. Grabs the rebound. Carter Wheeldon's having a great night for the Redskins. Wheeldon up the floor. Shot from the foul line off the back of the rim. No good. And let's see. Is that going to be on Peffer?
I believe it is.
Boy, right now, Carter Wheeldon is just doing it all for the Redskins, but it's not enough.
And Bill, the other thing, that is 5 personal fouls against the Redskins here already in the third quarter with 4:22 to go. So the Zeps will shoot 2 on every foul the remainder of this third quarter.
Here's Cale Bond, and that off the back of the rim, no good. He's still scoreless tonight. Second shot now for Bond. Ball's up. Got that one. 46-29, 4:20 left here in the third quarter. Wheeldon down the lane, finds a space and can't get it to go. Rebound Vincent for the Zeps. Here comes Vincent up the floor. Vincent driving, has the ball tipped away. Miley picks it up, shot, no good. Rebound Peffer. Peffer to Wheeldon. Wheeldon up to Wheeler. Wheeler, top of the key. Oh, loses the handle. They're going to get him with that is a good call.
Wheeler tried to do too much out on top, turned the ball over, trying to make a crossover dribble. And he is going to be replaced in the lineup by sophomore Kyler Starr.
Starr with some minutes in the first half. All right, inbounds by Cale Bond. Karsten Smith with the ball. Smith cross midcourt. Starr's out on him. Smith works it over to Bond. He'll take the 3 off the back of the rim, no good. Miley chases it down. Back to Bond at the elbow. Bond kicks it back out. Miley shot. Good. Weston Miley for 3. It's all working for Shenandoah. 49-29. It's a 20-point lead for the Zeps.
You know things are going your way when your only post player is able to knock down a 3 from the perimeter.
It doesn't surprise me with Miley. He's a good shooter. And down low, Peffer can't get the shot to go. Rebound picked up by Miley for the Zeps. Here comes Smith. Smith from the elbow, shots up. That is no good. Did somebody get a piece of that, or did he just lose the handle?
I think the ball slipped a little bit in his hands before he could get it off. That's not typical of him.
Yeah, you could tell he didn't really have control when he let go of the shot.
Maybe forced that one up, but he's not done very many things wrong this evening.
Here's Wheeldon with the basketball now for Caldwell. Back out top, Kroc driving down the lane, stops at the baseline, kicks it back outside now. Long shot by Starr, that's good. Kyler Starr, that's 3 for him. 49-32. Kyler Starr looking like he might be able to provide a little bit of offense. Don't know if he's quite as polished as Dylan Schott yet, but He's starting to look like he is rounding into shape a little bit.
Maybe not quite as strong as what Schott is, but I tell you what, you let him get his feet set, he's a pretty good shooter.
Well, right now, Caldwell needs all the good shooters they can find. 49-32 here at Caldwell High School. Just the second game of the year for the Redskins. This will be the fourth for the Zeps, who are 1-2, although they've lost to two very good teams, Union Local and Fort Fry. A win over Frontier.
Yeah, I got a chance to see Union Local over the weekend over at Barnesville. They've got a nice basketball team.
How'd that end? I don't think Barnesville's having a rough year, I think.
Union Local ended up beating them by about 20.
Full court pressure by the Redskins. Bond with the inbounds, little trouble. Miley finds the handle, picks it up and gets it over to Smith. Smith now down the lane, up and can't get it to go. They're going to say that is Caldwell basketball. No, Shenandoah basketball.
Yeah, I think that ball was partially blocked that time inside by Chaz Peffer, I believe.
Smith back outside to Wentworth. Wentworth's shot is short. Rebound coming down with it is Peffer. Peffer up the floor. Hurlin chases it down. Now loses the handle. Picks it up again. Back to Kroc. Kroc back to Peffer. He'll take the three. Yes. Chaz Peffer for three. 49-35 now. Here's a nice pick. That's Hurlin in the lane, grabbing that pass. Wheeldon now. Wheeldon back on the baseline. Peffer shot by Starr off the back of the rim. No good. Rebound. Vincent for the Zeps. Smith now up the floor for Shenandoah. Smith, top of the key, settling things down, setting the offense. Starr now. Karsten Smith in the lane, off the back of the rim, no good. Rebound, Caldwell. Here comes Wheeldon. Wheeldon up the floor to Starr. Starr back outside now. Starr driving, shooting, and missing. That's going to be on Wentworth.
Wentworth not in agreement. He thought he got all ball that time. It's hard to tell from up here.
That's going to put Kyler Starr on the line, shooting two.
The sophomore Starr being a little bit more aggressive here in the third quarter than what he was early on.
Well, I think that Coach Crane probably gave him a pat on the back and said, Kyler, get out there and do something. The sophomore responding, that's up and good. 4 points for him on the night. Second shot now for Starr. Ball's up and good.
Nothing but net on both of them for the sophomore.
Full court pressure by the Redskins. Up the floor now is Wentworth. Wentworth loses the handle. Picked up by Wheeldon. Gets it back. Now they run it up the floor to Kroc. Now the ball is picked up by the Zeps. Bond. Bad pass. Pass was tipped actually. Wheeldon with the basketball over to Kroc. Kroc takes a look at it. He'll shoot the three. In and out. Rebound knocked away by Peffer. That'll slow the pace down just a little bit. Full court pressure now by the Zeps. Or excuse me, the Redskins.
And I think Coach Miley's seen enough here. I think things getting a little out of hand here. And the Redskins have cut into that lead, have it down to a 12-point deficit here.
Good, and a good timeout, because I think you put it well. I think we're starting to see a little bit of street ball. Let's settle it down. Let's get back into our offense a little bit, guys. Come on.
It got pretty helter-skelter there for a little bit. And that happens sometimes in your rivalry games.
Hey, kids they want to make plays.
They're playing hard.
They are. Wheeldon's cooled down a little bit. Nice three by Peffer. Kyler Starr has picked things up a little bit for Caldwell as well. Karsten Smith started off the third quarter on fire for the Zeps. He's cooled down.
Little full court pressure here being employed by the Redskins.
Rebound, or inbound by Bond. Bond gets it into Miley, and let's see.
Turnover.
That's Ethan Kroc forcing Miley into the sidelines, and Miley turning the ball over.
3 turnovers this quarter by the Zeps, 8 for the game.
Croc with the inbound. Starr takes a look at it. Doesn't like what he sees. Kicks it off in the corner to Wielden, who loses the handle. That's picked up by Miley. Miley driving, shooting. Knocked away by Herlin. They're going to call goaltending. Herlin is not happy with the call, but wow, that could be... Settle down, young man. That could be a T.
And they're going. I thought maybe a technical was coming with the way that Herlin reacted to it.
They're just going to inbounds for the Redskins.
Call to goaltending.
How did the Redskins end up with a basketball? Croc with the ball now to Wielden. Wielden down the lane at the elbow, cut off. Gets it back out now. Croc takes a look at things in the lane. Drive, shoots off the back of the rim, no good. Rebound Miley for the Zeps. Back to Karsten Smith. Under a minute to go here in the third quarter. 51-37. Shenandoah in charge here in this basketball game. Here's a shot by Bond off the back of the rim, no good. Rebound, Peffer. Peffer up the floor. Croc. Croc to Starr. Starr will take the shot. That's good.
Kyler Starr with a couple big threes here for the Redskins in the third quarter.
Up the floor quickly, Smith. Ball no good. Rebound, Peffer. Here's Wielden with the basketball. Wielden working hard up the floor. Wielden kicks it back outside to Croc. Croc off in the corner, Kyler Starr. Starr turning, shooting, and off the back of the rim, no good, but that was a good shot by Kyler Starr. So, end of the third quarter, Redskins, they were down by 20. They've cut it. It's only an 11-point lead now. The score after 3, it's Shenandoah 51, Caldwell 40. We'll take a break. Back with more right after this.
Everyone's looking for an encouraging sign in today's economy. The fact is, you'll find one right here in Caldwell at State Farm Sue Snowd's office. Because State Farm agents like Sue have been here helping people protect the things that matter most. That's why more people trust State Farm, and they consider that a very good sign. See State Farm agent Sue Snowd at 400 East Street, Caldwell. Sue Snowd State Farm is a proud supporter of high school sports.
East Central Ohio's favorite, Kickin' Country, KC 105. WWKC, Caldwell, Cambridge. Kickin' Country, KC 105.
Welcome back to a packed Caldwell High School gymnasium. Cross-county rivalry game tonight. Shenandoah Zeps are in town. Always brings out a big crowd. Zeps lead by 11, 51-40. The Redskins starting to find some offense. Carter Wielden has been on all night. Kyler Starr starting to find the scoring touch from outside the arc. Cale Bond with the inbounds now for the Zeps. Karsten Smith, and let's see, is that going to be on Smith?
I think they're going to call a block against Peffer.
Tell you what, that could have gone either way. Going to give the call to Karsten Smith, though.
I don't think they felt like Peffer's body was completely squared like it needed to be in order for him to draw the charge.
I think he did stick a hip out a little bit. Cale Bond now with the inbounds for the Zeps as the officials conduct some house cleaning. Smith with the basketball now. Smith on the wing for the Zeps. Smith back out. Vincent looks at it. Pulls it back down. Here's Bond, top of the key. Bond cuts it across. Now gets it back on the wing. That's Miley. Back out top of the key to Smith. Smith at the foul line. Back in the corner. That's Bond. Bond takes a look at it. He's cut off by Peffer. Ball rolls up off of the hands of Smith out of bounds. It'll be Caldwell basketball.
Turnover number 9 on the evening for the Zeps.
Kyler Starr with the basketball now for Caldwell. Starr working on Wentworth. Wentworth dogging Starr. Now back to Croc on the wing. Croc down low. Peffer finds the basketball, hits off the rim. He grabs it. Let's see, they're going to say jump ball. Boy, Chaz didn't like the call.
quick hands showing inside there by the Zeps. I tell you what, you can't bring the ball down.
It will be Caldwell basketball. Possession arrow to the Redskins. Kyler Starr with the inbounds. Back outside. That's Peffer. Now Kroc. Cross court. Starr works it down. There's a cutter. That's Kyler Starr.
Boy, nice pass that time by Wielden.
Full court pressure by the Redskins. Wentworth with the basketball. Hurlin's on him. He's cut off by Starr. Smith will take the three. That's good. You know,
there's the answer for the Zeps.
I was going to say, just when you hit a dry spell, he finds an open spot and hits a shot.
He's a nice player.
54-42, 12-point lead. Here comes Kyler Starr for the Redskins. Now off the elbow, that's Wielden. Wielden can't get the shot to go. Rebound fought for. Zeps come down with it. Here's Wentworth. Wentworth gets it up to Wes Miley. Miley off to Vincent. Vincent at the elbow. Wentworth can't get the shot to go. Some contact, no call. Here comes Wielden with the basketball now. Wielden up the floor, driving, shooting, scoring. 10-point lead, 54-44.
Smart that time by Wielden. Numway decided to step in and help out. He just took the ball all the way to the hole.
Here's Wentworth with the ball. Wentworth loses the handle, picked up by Peffer. Boy, they're letting them play now, aren't they?
Yes, they are.
Wielden with the basketball out near midcourt now. Wielden to Peffer. Peffer at the elbow. Back out to Kroc in the corner. That's Wielden. Wielden back to Kroc, up and in.
Boy, nice give and go that time between Wielden and Kroc.
Boy, Zeps need to get in their offense. Here's Smith. Losing control. Picked up by Kyler Starr. Starr up the floor, shooting and scoring. Full court pressure by the Redskins. Cale Bond with the basketball now. Bond.
Lead down to 6 for the Zeps.
Yes, great job by the Redskins. Pressure defense. Back outside now. Smith in the lane, finds Wentworth underneath. Can't get the shot to go. Rebound, Ethan Kroc. They're going to say that's on Wentworth.
The momentum has definitely changed here in the Redskins gym. And Coach Miley is wanting a timeout.
And it's a good timeout right now.
Yes.
I'll tell you what, a great dose of pressure defense by the Redskins, and add in some Kyler Starr.
Kyler Starr has been the spark plug that we talked there at halftime that somebody else was going to have to step up for the Redskins, and the sophomore has done that.
Yeah, didn't have a point at the half. 12 points.
And looked like a fish out of water. Just, kind of seemed like, okay, do I really fit in this basketball game or not? Man, I tell you what, he showed a lot of different character here in the second half.
Well, hit a three, and I think that was a shot in the arm right there.
Yes.
Then hit a couple free throws, then hit another three, and all of a sudden we're starting to feel it. And you can see his teammates are looking for him. He and Carter Wielden are carrying the load right now. I'll tell you something right now. I'm looking to see what happens. Then they've got him in now. Dylan Schatz in the ball game now. So the three guys who I really think can do some scoring for Caldwell are in the game. As far as the Zeps go, they've got to get things calmed down and get back in that half-court offense.
I don't understand this. I think the Redskins had possession of the basketball, went out of bounds when Coach Miley called timeout. Now they can't decide who actually has the basketball. I think it actually should go to the Redskins.
They're talking it over. Let's see. They're saying white ball. Okay, it's Redskins. Wielden gets it into Kyler Starr. Starr back to Wielden. Wielden at midcourt now. I think Wielden's doing quite a bit of ball handling too. Here's Shot. Slips the ball to Kroc. Kroc down the lane, up and got it.
That's just pure strength that time by the junior Ethan Kroc.
I'll tell you what, his play, rebounding. Here are the Zeps with the basketball now. Cale Bond. Back to Vincent in the corner. Wentworth.
The Redskin pressure defensively has intensified here in the last 2 or 3 minutes.
Miley now back out to Smith. There's the guy you want with the ball for the Zeps.
And he's being defended by the sophomore Star.
Driving, shooting, can't get it to go, but in and out, but that's going to put Smith on the line.
Good strong move to the basket that time by Smith. Just unable to get the shot to go. He was contested at the rim, but he'll go to the free throw line for 2.
All right, here's Smith. First shot's up, that's good.
If you're the Zeps, that's who you want at the free throw line right now.
He's having an excellent ball game, Karsten Smith. They're gonna put Wentworth, they're gonna put him on to sit him down for a few minutes. A little breather for Jarrett Wentworth. Second shot up by Smith, that's good. Ethan Kroc handling the basketball now for the Redskins.
He's being defended here by Smith.
Here's Shot. Shot on the wing. Shot at the elbow. Finds a cutter. Let's see who is that. That was Hurlin.
You've got foul may go against Miley.
How many is that on Weston?
That's 3.
Okay. 4:08 left in the ball game.
Just 2 team fouls against each team here so far.
Inside, Wielden can't get the shot to go. Rebound tipped away by Kyler Starr. Let's see. It's going to be Zepp's ball hit the backboard. Full court pressure by the Redskins. Ball's into Smith. Smith, we're going to double team him now. Trap in the corner, good trap. They're going to say that's Shenandoah ball. I think that's a good call.
Good job that time by Dylan. Shot coming from in behind to set the double team, but the ball went out off of one of the Redskins.
Smith with the basketball now.
He's being defended by Starr.
Now, Bond. Bond back out now. That is number 11, Hunter House, just in the game. House back out to Smith. Smith works it on the sideline to House. House, top of the key, Bond. Bond to Smith on the wing. Inside now, Vincent. Back outside, Miley. Miley in the corner, works it back out on the wing to Smith. Now we've got a Bond on the wing. Takes a look, Miley in the corner. Miley driving the baseline. Finds Vincent, other corner, off the back of the rim, no good. Gets his own rebound. Floaters up and good. Great shot, Dirkus Vincent.
That's what coaches tell you to do. When you shoot, follow your shot, and that's exactly what he did right there.
Big possession for the Zeps. They extend the lead to 8, 58-50 now. Kyler Starr with the basketball. Starr on the elbow, back outside Hurlin. Hurlin looking for some help, finds Starr. Starr on the wing. Starr now, top of the key, works it off. That's Wielden. Wielden loses the handle, picked up by Hurlin. Hurlin gets it back to Wielden. Wielden in the lane, spinning, shooting, scoring.
Boy, good body control that time by the junior point guard.
Wielden, they work it in now to Miley. Miley's got it back to Bond. Bond, they're going to trap him at half court. He avoids the trap. Great job by Bond. Here's Smith down the lane, up and traveling. That's a good call. He tried to use the NBA step and took an extra one.
I think he expected some contact here once he got down inside and didn't get it, which caused him to take that extra step.
Boy, Redskins, who really were having trouble at the beginning of the third quarter, down by 20. They've cut it to 6. 58-52, 2:25 left in the game. This is anybody's game right now, Mike.
It sure is. I tell you what, the Redskins have come to life, and a lot of it is due to the leadership of Kyler Starr, the sophomore.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, Wielden has been, Wielden handling the
he's
basketball.
Had a great game.
He does. And here's Wielden driving, shooting, missing, rebound Vincent. Also Ethan Kroc, who looks like he's still playing football, but he's done a great job on the board. Here's Smith driving down the lane, up and in. Wow.
That was a big-time move that time there by the junior point guard.
60-52, Karsten Smith taking charge here. Kyler Starr now. Starr works it back to Wielden. Wielden down the lane, finds a spot, up and in. 60-54, timeout on the floor. Back and forth we go. you're watching this basketball game and you're starting to see Caldwell find some answers, aren't you?
They are going to be a good basketball team before this season's over, and I think it's just going to take time for Coach Crane to see some kids in action and see which ones fit best together. But I tell you what, this last quarter and a half, you've seen a big improvement from them. And I tell you what, though, you can't count out the Zeps because Karsten Smith, every time a play needs to be made, that young man has been there. I tell you what, that last move he made down the lane, the quick spin move to the basket was big time.
Yeah, it must be great, and you've experienced this when you're on the sideline and you've got a guy and it's like, okay, we're going to get Karsten the basketball. That's what we're going to do. And he knows what to do with it.
Well, the prior possession by the Zeps down here, they must have run 45 seconds off the clock, taking their time. And then, of course, the person that's done it all night for him, Karsten Smith, takes the ball a hole and rewards that possession with 2 points.
Yeah, he does. I'll tell you, another big play for the Zeps, Dirkus Vincent taking that long shot from the corner, bangs it out, gets his own rebound, and then throws a real tough shot up, a floater that went in. That was a nice play. Full court pressure now by the Redskins. Wentworth back in the basketball game. Ball on to Miley. Miley up to Vincent. Vincent now with the basketball. There's a tip by Wheeldon. Wheeldon's got the ball, and that's going to be a foul on Vincent. Great play by Carter Wheeldon.
Wheeldon's done it all here tonight. Offensively, defensively, off the boards.
Yeah, and, you're starting to figure out now if you're Coach Crane, you're in the huddle, you're looking around, you're going, number 5's a good option. Let's just do that. Kyler Starr with the basketball. He's provided some answers tonight. Starr across midcourt. In the corner, Wheeldon into the lane. Finds Starr in the corner. Starr in the lane. Up and no good. Rebound fought for. That's going to be Caldwell basketball. Kroc and Miley battling for it. Knocked out by Weston Miley. It will be Redskins basketball. They're down by 6, 60-54. Here's Kroc. Quick shot. Great inbounds feed by Starr. Starr grabs a steal. Starr up and no good, but he's fouled. I'm not sure how Kyler Starr ended up with the basketball on the inbounds, but somehow he had it.
I'm not sure either because I was trying to write down something on the paper and looked up and he had it.
Starr on the line. He's going to 112 left here. These shots are big. The sophomore's been doing it all night long. Shots up. That's good.
If I'm not mistaken, 3 for 3 from the free throw line here in the second half for the sophomore.
You are not mistaken.
Down to a 5-point lead here with 1:12 to go in the fourth quarter.
Crunch time at Caldwell High School. Good one between the cross-county rivals. Ball's up off the back of the rim. No good. Rebound. Hurtling. He came down and he had control of it, and then he hit the sideline and out of bounds. Possession to the Zeps.
He tried to throw it off one of the Zeps. Unfortunately, he was already out of bounds when he tried to do it. So the Zeps have it with 1:10 to go and a 5-point lead.
Full court pressure. They get the ball into Karsten Smith.
That's who I'd have the ball in the hands
Even
of.
if he's fouled, it's a good thing. They tried to trap him. He's too smart for that. Now they get it back to Smith again. Smith, they're working on a trap again. Smith almost loses it. Ball's picked up. Here's Kroc. Kroc with the basketball. Up and no good. Rebound fought for. Coming down with it is Weston Miley. Miley back out now. Let's see, that's Vincent. Timeout, and Coach Chad Miley wanting to talk things over. 47 seconds left in the game. Boy, that possession right there, had the Redskins gotten 2.
Oh, they had 2 point-blank shots at it. Just could not get it to go. But good hustle inside by the Zeps to keep things alive there.
There was all kinds of traffic down there, I'll tell you right now. But
these kids are leaving it all on the court here tonight.
Yeah, and at the beginning of the second half, if you'd have told me we were going to have a basketball game, I'd have said, well, good luck with that. But Caldwell has found some answers. Shenandoah, you've got to give them credit, though. They have some clutch baskets, some good defense at the right time.
They sure have. I tell you, you made good mention that Dirkus Vincent, I know, hasn't scored much tonight, but the bucket he got there earlier in the fourth quarter was huge. And you can't say enough good things about Carson Smith here tonight.
No, he's had a great second half. He certainly has led the way for Shenandoah. When they've needed points, Carson Smith has provided them. Cale Bond with the inbounds now for the Zeps.
The Redskins can afford here to be a little more aggressive because they only have 2 team fouls against them so far here with 47 seconds to go in the fourth quarter.
4 against the Zeps, so 1 more and the Redskins will be shooting. Just 47 seconds left. Wentworth with the basketball now. Wentworth trying to trap him. Wentworth turning down. They're going to say that's a push on Pepper. Ooh.
And he's down and hurt.
He's not happy either.
Nothing dirty on that play. It was just an aggressive play.
And I'll tell you what, they all want the basketball right now. The Redskins want it. The Zeps want it. Wentworth had the ball, and they were trying to trap him, and they came together in some contact. Let's hope the young man's okay. Might have just had the wind knocked out of him. Let's see. He's moving both of his legs. That's always a good sign. What are you telling your kids on the sideline now? If you're Coach Miley or Coach Crane, what are you talking about? I mean, the Redskins, they have to keep this pressure up.
Coach Miley is telling them they have got to move the basketball, and they don't need to be moving it by dribbling. That's exactly what the Redskins are wanting you to do. They have got to pass the basketball. The clock right now is their friend. They are the ones with the 5-point lead. They don't have to panic. The Redskins, on the other hand, have to sell out. Like I said, they still only have 3 fouls against them. I don't know that you want to put the Zeps to the line, but you may have no choice here before long.
It may depend on who you put on the line.
Yes.
And you know right now the Zeps are on the sidelines. And, of course, now with Wentworth hurt, he's one of their better shooters. He's getting up. Let's see. Yeah, it looked like he just had the wind knocked out of him because he's trying to get his breath now.
He is kind of holding his stomach up. I think he might have gotten a knee to the stomach. He's a little shaken, though.
He is. I think we're going to see A.J. Carpenter come in for him. Yes, that is what's going to happen.
Carpenter, that's his first action here of the second half. He came in and hit 2 big threes there in the second quarter. But yeah. I think this is the first time he's been in the second half.
Well, they've pretty much stuck with their starters. Stottsbury had a couple of big buckets for him, too.
Right, and we've not seen him here in the second half.
Not seen him either. Cale Bond with the inbounds now for the Zeps. 60-55, just 39.9 seconds left here in the ball game.
And they're going to change it now. They're going to let A.J. Carpenter take the ball out of bounds here on the side.
Smith fighting for position. They're going to get it into Cale Bond. Bond trying to trap him. Bond looking for some help. Timeout. That's a good timeout because good trap by the Redskins, and they had all the options covered.
He tried to get the ball back to Carson Smith, and I tell you what, I think that was Chaz Pepper smartly stepped in, denied that pass back to Smith.
You know, and if you're a ball handler, you know, now, should you, when you pick the basketball up, it takes a lot of options away, doesn't it?
It sure does, yes. You want to keep your dribble.
You want to fault him with anything right now. I think picking the basketball up was he probably should have kept the dribble up. Because you know the Redskins are going to try to trap and double team.
So if we can go by the scoreboard here, I believe the Redskins are out of timeouts. The Zeps still have 2 that they can use. And again, A.J. Carpenter will take the ball out of bounds on the far side here for the Zeps.
Carpenter finds Bond. Oh, that's a great shot. That's going to be a kick.
Boy, I thought he was going to get it. It was a good call.
Yeah, it's a good call. And yeah, I know Ethan Kroc is upset. That's a good call.
Yes.
Ethan stuck his knee out and basically deflected that basketball.
That's the right call.
And you can't do that.
It was a little late in coming. It wasn't made right away, but it was the right call.
31.4 seconds left in the ball game. Still a 5-point lead for the Zeps. Inbounds. Carpenter's got it. Carpenter holding the basketball. Timeout.
I think he was fouled out there by Wilden, which they can't afford to let Shenandoah run very much time off the clock here. They have to foul.
4 fouls now for the Redskins, so that's going to give the Zeps the ball. But 1 more foul, Zeps will have to shoot.
And also 4 fouls against Wielden.
Karsten Smith gets the inbound, long inbounds. Now Smith up the floor quickly. Smith, and they're going to foul him. So that's going to put Karsten Smith on the line. Just the guy you don't want shooting.
I was going to say, I'm sure that's not who they wanted to foul, but in that situation, the Zeps did a nice job because you want to get the ball in the hands of your best ball handler and free throw shooter, which they were able to do. The Redskins had no other option but to foul him.
Yeah, and Carpenter put the ball way back on the other. Oh, in and out. No good. First shot. Second shot now. Just 22.1 seconds left in the ball game.
Zeps leading by 5, 60-55.
Ball's up and short.
Wow.
Rebound. Here's Wielden with the basketball now. Wielden driving down the lane, loses control. Let's see. They're going to say that is Shenandoah ball. Wielden, I think, twisted an ankle. Let's see.
That or he's got a cramp.
Oh, he might have a yeah, that's what it is. Boy, they don't want him coming out. It looks like one, yeah.
Boy, the Redskins got what they wanted there, Jen.
Oh,
court.
my.
They were able to get Carson Smith to miss both free throws.
Yeah.
But then unable to take advantage of the situation when they brought the ball down
just
the other
13.
end.
And then they had the guy they want with the basketball, Carter Wielden, and he drives and loses control of the ball.
Pretty good job defensively by the Zeps.
Yes.
So they're collapsing on Wielden.
Yeah, Wielden's going to get up. He's going to stay in the game, I think. Oh, let's see. Maybe not.
No, that cramp's not out there yet.
Yeah, he's cramped up pretty good. I'll tell you what, your coach Clint Crane, the one guy you do not want coming out of the whole game is Carter Wielden. Early, and you see a lot of this early in the year usually.
You do.
It takes a while for the guys to get in basketball shape. Late in the game, a lot of times they cramp up.
And you've got the trainers for both teams, one working on each leg. You must have them in both calves.
Now he's up, and let's see. Not moving well,
I
but
don't
he's
think he's
moving.
going to be able to stay in.
Yeah, I think they're going to have to take him out. Yeah, look at that. And look, all the guys in green and white coming down and giving him good job.
Class act that time.
Good job, yeah. Well, he's played a great game.
You know, these schools are rivals, but yet when it's over, they're friends. They know each other.
They are. And
it's been a hotly contested basketball game here tonight.
And you know that 10 years from now they're going to be talking about this.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, that's the way this works. All right, Cale Bond with the inbounds. 13.8 seconds left. Zeps up by 5, 60-55. Redskins have clawed back from a 20-point deficit. All right, here's A.J. Carpenter, and they're going to foul him. That's going to put Carpenter on the line shooting a pair. That's going to go against Peffer. I don't know that that's an issue at this point.
No, I don't think. You don't have any choice. You have got to foul immediately. In that situation, you tell your kids you need to get a steal, a 5-second count, or you have to foul immediately going for the basketball.
Yeah, and they have not put Wielden back in, so he's still cramped up over there, I think.
Yeah, he's sitting there with both his legs stretched out, so just unable to come back in.
A.J. Carpenter on the line, balls up. That's a good shooter's roll right there. A.J. Carpenter extends the lead to 6, 61-55. Second shot now for the junior. 7 points for him on the night. Make it 8. 62. Oh! What do we got?
Double dribble. This one, Bill, I think is pretty much over.
Yeah, I think so. I think when Wielden had the basketball and was driving the baseline and couldn't, came down and
had a chance to cut it there to 3 and unable to do it. And then Carpenter steps up and makes 2 big free throws.
Yeah, and Vincent's going to be on the line shooting a couple more now. But I'll say this: you don't like to lose to your cross-county rival. But let's just say this, the Redskins found some answers tonight about their basketball team. They found some things out, I think. A little bit of education.
And I tell you, Coach Miley has done a nice job there with the Zeps. not coming back with a whole lot of experience this year, but I tell you what, they led by the junior Carson Smith, who is one of the best players in the area. And they've got a nice blend. They've got some kids that are quick, can shoot it. And again, the only thing is they don't have a whole lot of size. Weston Miley being their probably lone post player, but they've held their own.
Shots up now by Vincent. Can't get that to go. Vincent's been about the only other guy, I think, that looks like he's about 6'1". Ball's up. That's good. Up the floor now, Kyler Starr for three. Off the back of the rim, no good. And ball game. So the Zeps coming away with a nice win tonight, 63-51. Or 55, excuse me. But let me just say this, it wasn't easy.
No, it was a hotly contested game, dominated early by the Zeps, but a nice little run there in the second half by the Redskins. Coach Crane's going to find some things there I think he feels like he can build on for some future success. And Coach Miley, that's a feather in his cap, though, to come out here on the Redskins court and get a big win here tonight.
Well, that's his first time facing Caldwell as the varsity head coach. And, you know, with his history at Shenandoah, you know, he knows what it means. All right, good one here tonight at the gym in Caldwell. Final score, Shenandoah 63, Caldwell 55. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back with more from Caldwell High School right after this.
I'm not buying till I check down for.
Most of us are faced with uncertainty every day. Your job, your finances, sporting events, schooling for your children, and so much more. With so much uncertainty surrounding you, there's one auto dealership that you can be certain about, and that's Doan Ford. You can be certain that you'll always get a great deal and the best service afterwards. In business for nearly 60 years has given Doan Ford the reputation of being a strong, reliable dealership. Be certain. Choose Doan Ford. Online at doanford.com. Now located at 16050 McConnellsville Road in Caldwell, Ohio, Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance Company is a mutual insurance company established in 1896 for the purpose of providing insurance coverage to rural Ohio. They offer a product to meet your insurance need, whether it's for a farm, rental dwelling, home in town, secondary or seasonal dwelling, churches, or mobile home. They partner with Grinnell Mutual Insurance Company from Iowa to offer liability coverage to package with their Patrons Buckeye Mutual policy. Call today, 740-305-5121, and follow them on Facebook at Patrons Buckeye. Everyone's looking for an encouraging sign in today's economy. The fact is, you'll find one right here in Caldwell at State Farm Sue Snowd's office. Because State Farm agents like Sue have been here helping people protect the things that matter most. That's why more people trust State Farm, and they consider that a very good sign. See State Farm agent Sue Snowd at 400 East Street, Caldwell. Sue Snowd State Farm is a proud supporter of high school sports.
How can you select from insurance companies offering you lizards or ducks? When it comes to protection for your home and auto, you want a company that provides quality insurance products and personalized, fair, friendly claims service. WB Green Insurance represents Westfield Insurance. Their reputation is based on sharing knowledge and building trust. Westfield has been around the neighborhood over 150 years. WB Green Insurance welcomes the opportunity to quote your home, car, and business insurance. Don't be fooled by lizards and ducks. Call 439-1329.
I was sitting in my car and it wouldn't start. I lifted the hood and the engine was falling apart. What would I do? My eyes filled with tears. Then on the radio I heard of West 40 by Pay here, where for a little money down and a little each week, I could have a car, nice, shiny, and sleek. So I walked in the door and I put the money down. Now I got a nice car that I can drive around. West 40 by Pay here will help rebuild your credit. The corner of Dewey and Route 40 in Cambridge, don't you forget it.
West 40 Auto Sales, corner of Route 40 and Dewey Avenue in Cambridge, is home of the guaranteed credit approval, with most loans approved while you wait. Go to their website to fill out an online loan application, west40autosales.com. You'll also find their weekly special listed there.
Last minute shopping? Ulta Beauty has everything I need for everyone on my list. Ready to gift fragrance kits from YSL and Valentino. And the hottest gift sets from MAC, Tarte, and Lancome. Plus, everyone loves an Ulta Beauty gift card. Shop last-minute gifts that will bring joy to everyone on your list. Hurry in store or place your online pickup order today. Ulta Beauty. The possibilities are beautiful.
When my daughter gets a cold, I have a secret weapon. Dayquil Kids Berry from Vicks. Dayquil Kids is specially formulated to treat kids' most bothersome cold and cough symptoms quickly. And the best part is that Dayquil Kids Berry tastes really great. Aren't you supposed to be resting? Maybe.
Dayquil Kids Berry, the kids' berrylicious daytime congestion, coughing, stuffy head, stuffy nose, just for kids medicine. Safe for kids 6 years plus.
East Central Ohio's favorite, Kickin' Country, KC 105. WWKC, Caldwell, Cambridge. Kickin' Country, KC 105.
We're back at Caldwell High School. Good one tonight. Good one.
It was. It's exactly what you expect out of two county rivals.
63-55. End of the third quarter came. You know, it's halftime. It's 32-25 Zeps. Shenandoah comes out in the third quarter. They are on fire. Karsten Smith is hitting from everywhere. And all of a sudden, Redskins started to find some answers offensively. Kyler Starr came off the bench. He started to hit a few shots. He was a big shot in the arm for the Redskins. Carter Wielden had a fantastic night. He looks like a ball player. So you have to figure that Coach Crane is looking at things like, well, we learned some things tonight. We lost. Yeah, you don't want to lose to your cross-county rival, but we're a better basketball team at the end of the night than we were when we started.
They've got some things to build on. I tell you, one thing that I really have to credit the Zeps on is in the second half, I had 0 offensive rebounds for the Redskins. In the first half, they had 12 offensive rebounds in the second half. They got no second half attempts from the floor, which is just amazing because they had such a height advantage against Shenandoah. But I tell you what, the Zeps were scrappy. They went after everything, did a nice job getting bodies on people, creating space inside. And they were only out rebounded 33-23, which is a lot closer than what I thought it would have been when the game started.
Yeah, because Caldwell dominated the boards in the first half.
They did.
And you know, that's something you have to figure that Coach Miley at halftime said, guys, we've got to block out.
And they absolutely did. And like you said, the play of Karsten Smith, not just him, but of the entire Zep team, but Karsten Smith in particular, I'll tell you, anytime they needed a basket, that young man came through. What a game he had for the Zeps.
Yeah, and you have to say, you know, I'm looking at, as far as Coach Crane goes, he's same thing. Looking at his huddle now, he gets in there. He's got a few more answers. You know, Kyler Starr looks like a guy who can handle the basketball and shoot a little bit. You know, Dylan Schott didn't have a great game offensively, but, I mean, he looks like a good ball player. Of course, they put Cale Bond on him, and that's you don't want that.
No.
Cale Bond is just tough defensively.
And you could tell his shot was a little bit younger. He'd gotten a couple careless fouls early on, gotten some foul trouble. Never really was able to get into the flow of this basketball game.
But he looks like an option as well. And, of course, Carter Wielden, great night. What do you have statistically? I know you've talked about some of the rebounding and turnovers and things like that. And any other stats that really stand out?
From the floor tonight, I had Caldwell overall 21 of 57, 37%, much improved. They only had 31% in the first half. The Zeps, on the other hand, tonight, 21 of 52, 40%, and an impressive 8 of 24, which is kind of what you want as a coach. If you can shoot 33% from three, you're very happy with that. That's the same as shooting 50% from two-point range. So a little shooting advantage tonight from the field for the Zeps. Turnover-wise, actually ended up closer because the Zeps had 5 turnovers in the fourth quarter. The Redskins had 16 for the game, the Zeps 13. Free throw line, exactly the same. Both teams shot 62%, but the Zeps got off 21 free throws as opposed to only 13 for the Skins. So maybe a little more aggressive taking the ball to the basket and drawing those fouls.
Well, you know, and you have to also say that Caldwell, really to get back in this basketball game, had to turn up the pressure.
Right.
They played full court defense. They played all out. They played very aggressively. They were going to pick up some fouls.
They had to gamble. They got in a situation where they had to gamble, and it was almost able to get them back and get a win, but just not able to get over the hump. They had their chances there late in the fourth quarter.
Let's take a look at some of the individual scoring tonight for the Redskins. It was 1 point for Dylan Wheeler, 3 points for Chaz Peffer, 3 points for Dylan Schott, 7 points for Ethan Kroc, and boy, he did it in the gritty style.
He did, yes. He did a lot of the dirty work.
Rebounds inside and just tough shots. He made some points, grabbed some important rebounds for the Redskins. Kyler Starr, 13 points, all in the second half. He looked like a pretty good ball player, so I think we'll see more of number 4 as the year goes on. And leading the way, there was no doubt about it, your number 1 option on offense for the Redskins, Carter Wheeldon. He was all over the floor, 28 points.
He was, yeah, and he was the only person really that kept the Redskins in the game there in the first half.
Oh, yeah, he did. And they started to find themselves in the second half. For the Zeps, Cale Bond, just 1 point tonight, played tough defense as usual. Garrett Stottsbury chipping in with 4 points. It was 7 points for Weston Miley, 8 points for A.J. Carpenter, and 8 points for Dirkus Vincent, 11 points for Jarrett Wentworth, all in the first half, and leading the way for the Zeps. We talked about him all night long, number 10, Karsten Smith, 24 points. And, boy, the junior guard, he's a good-looking ball player.
He is. I tell you what, he is so smooth. He made that one move. I tell you what, it was a big-time move. Kind of did a little spin dribble, and I tell you what, you could hardly see it. It was so quick.
Yeah, I lost track of it. In fact, I thought he was slowing up, and he just put it into high gear and beat everybody to the basket.
And he's one of those guys that started since day one as a freshman, and he's still just a junior. A lot of basketball in front of that young man.
All right, all adds up to a very good basketball game here tonight at Caldwell, but it is the Zeps who come out on top, 63-55. Redskins fall to 0-2 on the year. Zeps are now 2-2. For Mike Palaziak. Thank you, Mike. And hey, you can catch this game, our man Brett Klein with the video tonight. You can catch this game at yourradioplace.com. You want to watch this one because this was a good one. So catch the replay. I want to thank Brett for coming down here and doing the video. I'm Bill Castler. Final score one more time. It is Shenandoah 63, Caldwell 55. Have a great rest of your night.
This has been a presentation of ABC Sports.